I'm Harrell from Navarro College, and today I'll be doing my informative speech over suicide. Artemus Roeder Accord was an American silent film actor and rodeo champion. On January 4th, 1931, Accord died in a Chihuahua, Mexico hospital shortly after taking cyanide. It is stated that Accord was facing severe depression and told his doctors that he wanted to kill himself, that he intentionally took cyanide because he wanted to kill himself. I've been fascinated by the topic of suicide for as long as I can remember. I have read and studied different websites, including WebMD, Psychiatric Times, CDC, or Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Mayo Clinic, and lastly, best online therapy services. From the words to the action, suicide has remained in the top 10%. First, I would like to tell you about my personal experience. Second, I will discuss the methods of suicide. And finally, I will tell you what to do. Discuss what to do when someone you love is suicidal. At the time I was suicidal, I thought there wasn't a way out. According to WebMD, a person facing suicide faces severe sadness or moodiness. They could feel hopeless, have sleep problems, have sudden moments of calmness, and lastly have withdrawals. I was that poor innocent girl that didn't know what I was about to go through. There would be days I didn't feel like doing absolutely anything but sleeping. What I didn't comprehend that I was facing severe depression. Other signs of suicide that I showed was giving my favorite things away, saying goodbye to family and friends, and not eating. Now that you have a basic understanding of my personal experience, let's look at some methods of suicide. Methods to prevent suicide. According to CDC, the top 6 methods are strengthen economic support, create protective environments, improve access of delivery care, promote healthy connections, teach coping and problem-solving skills, and lastly, identify people at risk. If someone you know is suicidal, you shouldn't let them deal with their problems alone. You could tell a counselor, a teacher you trust, or their parents. It may even be you facing or leaning towards suicide. If it is you, remember you're not alone. There are multiple methods you could try. The ones I just told you about, or even calling suicide hotlines that are available 24/7. If you feel like those options won't help, tell someone you trust to get you help. If you don't feel like calling, you can also visit websites. According to Capsule Technologies Ltd., the best online therapy services are BetterHelp, Pride Counseling, and Regain. Now that I've covered the methods, let's talk about how to help someone facing it. Before we can talk about it, we have to talk about what suicide actually is. What is suicide? Suicide is the action of killing oneself intentionally. Most of the time when someone takes their own life, it's because either they have been in a deep depression or they feel like they are no longer loved. How many suicides are planned? Did you know 8 out of 10 suicides are actually planned? Most people feel it's just a sudden thought, but all in all, it's not. Suicide is something that people have been dealing with for a while. Ways to help someone that is suicidal. We have discussed what suicide is, now I will tell you how to help. There are multiple ways to help someone according to Mayo Clinic staff. 1, you can listen to them. 2, you can encourage the person to call a suicide hotline. 3, you can encourage the person to seek treatment. And 4, you can offer to help the person take steps to get assistance and support. I have now discussed the ways you can help someone facing suicide. Now I'm hoping with all this information that you will be the one person that taught someone out of suicide. We must put an end to suicide, but only our generation can do so. Thank you.